Kia ora koutou, it's Lockie, Kiwi Vegan Grandad. It's been quite a long time since my last video. Well, I've been busy restoring a caravan, doing some work, and a bit of travel. But hey, making videos isn't my main job, it's just a hobby. While I was away, I had a chat with a guy who said he and his wife had tried eating vegan food for a while, but it ended up being too difficult, and they reverted back to their old ways. He's right, it can be difficult, but it's not impossible. Now, my partner and I have been vegan for over 15 years, and it's become easier in that time. There's more products in the supermarket, but also just we're used to the vegan lifestyle now as well. Anyway, I thought I should make some short videos called Vegan 101 with some info for brand new vegans and for people curious about what being vegan is all about. And this first video is about what is veganism and why you might want to become a vegan. Okay, now the first point is that veganism is about avoiding animal products such as fish, meat, eggs, dairy products, animal fats, and honey. Now, if it was just about food, we would call it a plant-based diet. But because vegans also avoid animal products such as fur and leather in their clothing and products with animal ingredients or that have been tested on animals, it's not just about diet, but something that impacts all aspects of our lives. Now, there are three key reasons why becoming vegan can be a positive move. The first is for the environment. In much of the world, crops that could feed people are grown to feed animals instead, that are then killed for meat. For example, the crops that go into producing beef to feed one person could, as crops, feed 16 people. So if farming became about raising crops for humans rather than for meat, we would need less land for agriculture and there would still be enough food to eliminate world hunger. You might say, tai hoa! In New Zealand, cows and sheep eat grass, not soybeans and grains and things. That's true, but the land needed for these animals is more than what's needed to grow crops. And New Zealand's industrial-scale animal farming has been terrible for polluting waterways and contributing to global warming. So, eat plants and help the planet. The second reason is health. Your health can be influenced by a whole lot of factors. Your genetic inheritance, the environment you live in, getting enough sleep and exercise, even luck to a certain extent. But diet can also play an important part. A healthy vegan diet can help with many of the modern first world ailments of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure and such like. It's still very possible to have unhealthy vegan diets, and I'll do some Vegan 101 videos on these in the near future. But done well, it can have a very positive impact on your health. The third reason, and this is what distinguishes veganism from a plant-based diet, is focusing on the animals that get exploited and killed unnecessarily so that humans might live. Before we started to live in our modern society, people maybe had to eat some animal products to survive, but we really don't need to do that anymore. Now, there are already some animals that people in the West generally don't eat. So, would you eat whale meat? Most people I know wouldn't, even if whales weren't endangered. Dogs are plentiful, but do you know anyone who would want to eat dog meat? But it's okay in some societies. And other people avoid eating beef, pork, venison, and shellfish, which are all consumed readily here. What meats a society thinks is acceptable to eat or not is largely cultural, and cultures change over time. The West thought that human chattel slavery was acceptable until it wasn't. And it was in my lifetime that the last criminal was executed in New Zealand. But we, and many other countries, have abolished this heinous custom. So why don't we eat dogs? Because they're part of people's families, and we know that they're intelligent, have a range of emotions, and feel fear and pain. We have empathy for dogs. Pigs are more intelligent than dogs. They say similar to a 3-year-old human child. They can feel things like us. Yet why do we not have empathy for them? And what about dairy, you ask? Dairy cows produce milk for their calves. In New Zealand, the male calves are generally killed within a few days of birth. The female calves removed as soon as practicable, and the cows themselves are killed when they can no longer produce milk at optimum efficiency. You may not be eating an animal when you are drinking milk, but it didn't get into your glass without a wee bit of animal exploitation and death. Yes, being vegan can be hard, but if you want to live in a kinder and better world, you might still want to consider becoming a vegan. Subscribe to the channel if you want, and please feel free to leave a comment below about your own experiences trying a vegan lifestyle. Ngā mihi mai oha kia koutou katoa. See you all soon.